I still remember the days growing up in China when people worked on Saturdays and weekend meant only Sunday. Life is so much more beautiful when you can have 2 days off a week because you can actually take a weekend trip and appreciate nature. With the weather finally cooling down, many choose Moganshan for a weekend getaway. It's one of the hottest autumn destinations out of Shanghai in Zhejiang province. Known for its silver creeks, pale green trees, and a laid-back vibe, it's an ideal antidote to hectic city life. CGTN Sun Siqi popped over to one of his top bed and breakfasts for a mountain getaway that'll make you wish you didn't have to come back.
Decades ago, when my grandma came to Moganshan for travel on her own, the facilities were all really rudimentary. That is no longer the case now, and today I expect nothing except eye-opening awesome.
And this urban woman's eyes are definitely open.
I don't think I'm in Shanghai anymore.
As I'm seeing houses in a tree.
This is a kind of adobe baked earth material.
A round, rustic house that is set in the canopy and blends with its surroundings.
Oh, if I were a wood fairy, I would be sitting on this on Midsummer Night's Eve.
To break a city person into the forest, what better way than animals?
Watch out for horse poop.
Say hi to Dutch miniature horse Mocha, but you can't ride this. Gearing up for a real equestrian experience.
This is an 8-year-old girl, Xing, and she's gonna be my good pal today.
The coach told me horseback riding burns about the same amount of calories as swimming. I believe him. Keep the back straight and stand up and stoop down in rhythm as the horse trots. Otherwise, you'll be bobbing around and have some serious pain in your rear before you wake up tomorrow.
Xing today is a wonderful workout pal. I'm being worked out to the maximum.
After horses, this adventurer set out on a hike with a few families. The amount of panting and sweating shows just how much cardio these city dwellers need.
It is my belief that if I were to continue like this, I would lose 5 pounds.
Despite the fatigue, the forest soothes the soul with a variety of plants, insects, and other wonders within.
Look at this, a very young conifer that just sprouted from the ground. Ooh, who would have thought this pine cone would look like a rose? I hear buzzing in this tree.
Between the red dragonflies, cobwebs, jade-colored bamboos, and spiky pine needles, you may ask yourself when was the last time you climbed a tree or captured a ladybug in a jar like a small child.
I guess people like to be into where they are when they travel and not just say, I've been to so-and-so attractions and learned nothing.
If you come out early, you might run into some squirrels, weasels, hedgehogs, and insects.
When I was a kid, I had more chances to be with nature. That's not the case for my daughter. And I'd like her to get to know the forest.
Trekking along the winding, misty, or sunny mountain paths, one starts to relax and appreciate the ink-wash colors rarely seen in the concrete jungle. The first bed and breakfast in Moganshan sprouted about 10 years ago. Now resorts with similar aesthetics line the slopes of the soft, undulating terrain. These short excursions are a trend known as Yangjiale, or modern rural fun. Qiandaohu, or Lake of 1,000 Islands, is another popular destination for such a trip.
Because in the past, people didn't even think about something which is right in your backyard. But now, as people are realizing that, wow, there are such amazing places, naturally amazing and beautiful places. Now, when I go to Yunnan or Chengdu or Fujian, in far out provinces, I see more and more designs of the, small minsus or large places are a lot more celebrating the local aesthetics.
Back in the forest, if it's not too cool for you, wash away fatigue in the sky pool that sits right on the edge of a cliff 700 meters above sea level. 5 elements exist in ancient Chinese philosophy, that is water, fire, earth, wood, and metal. If you think of the big cities as heavy metal, this is where you'll find the rest. Under the clouds overlooking the mountaintop reservoir, one feels as though they could float away with the breeze. I call this a trip, one where you find your element. 孙思琪 ICS for CGTN, Moganshan.